2K Sports pregame show.
Boy, what a season so far. And I'll tell you, it's only getting started. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Trailblazers out in Portland. For Portland, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. Some teams fast out of the gate, others not so lucky. Kenny, for the teams that have started slowly, how do they turn the tide?
You know what? About a week ago, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and I was like, when that happens, you can't panic. The season's just begun. Identify the real problems before you start tinkering on things.
Sometimes a lineup change can help. Things may just have to work themselves out, though.
Time now for tip-off. We get it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Soaring high above the Willamette River towards our location tonight in downtown Portland. Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off a good outing against Toronto.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, thanks, guys. Now, the Blazers are a talented young team, but Damian Lillard hopes they'll be aggressive, looking to improve. He said, obviously, we believe in what we have, but the more firepower we can add, the better chance we have of competing for longer periods of time at a higher level. Kevin?
He's not shy about putting pressure on the front office, D.A. Thanks. Brent, we're already starting to hear some trade rumors out there. Is it ever too early to start making changes?
If you talk to any good GM, it's never too early to start thinking about how can I make this roster better.
Constant thought.
There are some times, though, and I think we've seen this through the years, where there might be a player that's on the roster that, whether there's a coaching change or his approach to the season, maybe it's a contract year and mentally he's not really where he needs to be, that sometimes teams examine that and think, we might need to remove this now in order for us to get where we need to go. And that might be some of the reasons why, Kevin, we're hearing some names this early in the season.
Exactly. And now Washington's starting group. All at point with Beal to his side. They're the deadly backcourt pair. Inside, we've got Morris and Howard. And it's Porter. And at the three, the small forward. Now Lillard following the three-point attempt by John Wall. Nurkic a screen on Wall. Lillard attacking. The 15-footer misses off the left iron. Porter kicks to Beal. Sinks that one from the post.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Lillard misses. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
He is a monster in transition. Wall operates in the open court at an elite level. I'm not sure there's anyone who finishes better on the break.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 10-point game against San Antonio.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring. And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter when he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Wall. And too long on the shot.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
McCollum against Beal. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Kicks it to Harkless. Back to Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Portland needs to get off a shot. And the basket by McCollum.
That's good focus from the Bosnian Bear getting down there. Nurkic finding the open man with ease.
It's Beal on the wing. Passes it to Howard. Beal against McCollum. Good D by McCollum.
And that's just good offense. Surprised he blew that one, and the defense is too.
For Portland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Lillard outside. All with the steal. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Now here's McCollum. 5 points in the game. Howard with the steal. And now Wall running the floor all by himself. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. It's on Damian Lillard. And Greg, last season there were some signs that maybe some of his teammates didn't like playing with John Wall. Why would they say that?
You know, Wall sits almost every season in the top 3 in assists. Not a stat you associate with selfishness. Sometimes it's really about personality.
And the first one drops.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the 3, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
And John Wall is such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard. But that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but it helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention. So a moment now to see the story on Yusuf Nurkic. He had a strong showing last season. 10th in blocks, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker. He used that pick just right. Lillard's got his first points in this one.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
Morris, no good.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
Feeds to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Well, the play from Nurkic was as good as they come. Terrific job getting deep inside there and nailing the shot.
Morris a screen. And Wall kicks to Morris. Fades back. And that one is good. Morris has got his first basket of the night.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Pass to McCollum. Aminu with it. He's covered by Beal. Aminu, the pass to Lillard. Hits the three-point bomb. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night.
Now, this is what you're going to get with Lillard. He's a gunner. And right now, he's gunning from deep range.
And Wall kicks to Morris. Portland grabs the miss. Aminu's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. To the inside. Harkless makes it off the glass.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Wizards trail by 4. Outside, Wall. Wall draws the double. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And Portland has possession. Portland leading by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Lillard, the pass to Harkless. Three-pointer. That one's not going to go. And it's Washington the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
Yeah, two clubs that rarely face off, East versus West. This is going to be a nice treat for the fans.
Well, kicking off this 2-game season series, I expect a lot of feeling out by both teams and the coaching staff, and then a number of subsequent adjustments in this one.
Here's Lillard after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Damian Lillard, third.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Off the inbound pass, and McCollum the bucket on the assist by Harkless. And that's now 7 points for C.J. McCollum. Wizards trail by 4. Here's Wall, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton, and if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Pass to Harkless. Porter pulls it in. And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That's his first foul. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Portland. Curry comes in for Lillard. For Washington, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Curry against Wall. Screen by Howard. It's Beal on the wing. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Toronto. That's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Aminu. For the Trailblazers, Swanigan, he's checked in for Aminu. And Nick Stauskas is subbed in for Harkless. And then for Washington, Mahimi's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Markieff Morris. And Satoransky subbed in for Bradley Beal. Now here's Wall, coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. Here's Green. Misses off the right iron.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
Stauskas with the bucket. Stauskas has got his first bucket in this one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Wall against McCollum. From 13, Wall's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 4. And it's McCollum off the drive. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And this has been an area of great improvement for him. McCollum shot under 70% at the line in each of his first 2 seasons, but really picked up his pace since then.
2 shots.
Free throw good. McCollum. McCollum, one of the best shooters in the NBA. Any range, Brent, any shot, he can knock it down.
Yeah, a little bit of a down year in 18 for Lillard, but the way that he can score and the efficiency with which he can score is just remarkable. I really like to watch the pace he plays with, Kevin. I mean, he finds spots on the floor to get to and has that length and kind of never sped up sort of mentality on the offensive end. Becomes very, very dangerous.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Rivers kicks to Green. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Trailblazers leading by 4. McCollum outside. Rebound, Washington.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
Satoransky against McCollum. The pass to Swanigan. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Just a great attack mentality. Got right through the defense to finish strong inside.
Wizards trail by 4. Rivers kicks to Oubre. And the wide open shot from Green. Bangs home the trifecta. Green's got 5 points so far.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
Curry passes to Swanigan. Outside Curry. And he drops it in from the low post.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Washington's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Passes it to Rivers. And the rejection by Curry. But he stays with it. Mahinmi a screen. Mahinmi a screen on McCollum. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Washington shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And the technical free throw is good. Brent, we're seeing shorter training camps. I don't know if it adds to injuries or takes away from injuries with fresher bodies. What do you think about that whole philosophy?
I believe that the shorter training camp did lead itself and lend itself to more injuries last year. And one of the things that I'm concerned with, Kevin, just on a physiological level for players, is that what they are doing to prepare themselves for the season as an individual player, working on your weaknesses and doing those sort of things, is not the same as getting into training camp and preparing yourself for your stamina, your endurance, and your wind. And I wonder if there'll be some moves in the next couple seasons about trying to get off the individual training and get back to more of the endurance stamina training so that these little injuries are just not part of a season in the future.
Portland leading and out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Well, a chance to check out Evan Turner. How he did last season. Averaged about 8 points a game last season. 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
You know, Kelly Oubre is an X factor for the Wizards. Last season, stepping into the 6-man role. Still very young. He could help take them to the next level.
And Turner kicks to Leonard. Back to Turner. Puts one up from 19. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Washington has gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. And Kelly Oubre taken after 1 year at Kansas with the 15th pick of the 2015 draft.
You know, he came in as a raw prospect, a 5-star recruit in high school, plenty of potential. The Wizards not a lot of salary flexibility, no longer drafting in the lottery. Oubre might be their best shot at improving from within.
Here's Curry after Jeff Green's bucket. Curry's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The Wizards have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
Well, a lot to love about the Blazers' 2017-18 season, but it ended on a very sour note.
Well, they were a surprise third team in the West last year. It was so tightly grouped. Things shook out for Portland to end up with home court advantage, but eventually swept out of the playoffs by a Pelican team that just played at breakneck speed. So getting swept was really hard for the Blazers. They did a lot of good things last year, developed Zach Collins in the later part of the season. But we'll see this year if they make some changes in order to have something more dynamic that they can offer up.
Here's Oubre after the made shot from Evan Turner. Pass to Rivers. He kicks to Green. Mahinmi a screen. Leonard with the steal. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Here's Satoransky. Lays it in off the breakaway. Satoransky's got his first points of the game.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
It's stolen by Green. From deep three-point range, that misses. Would have counted had it gone in. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Wizards out front. They lead by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Easy to see the talent for this Wizards team, but their star point guard, John Wall, says that execution and consistency is key.
We're not one of those teams that can just turn it on and off. We have to stick with our concepts. We have to play the right way as moving the ball as a team and playing team defense. And when we do that, we're a tough team to compete against.
Executing your game plan, Greg, is critical to any team's success.
And this Wizards team at times has struggled for consistency. When they're firing on all cylinders, though, they're tough to beat.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And taking a look at the Wizards' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
Yeah, so that disruption is helping out because it's leading to some easy chances on the other end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Washington, Green is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Rivers in at the point guard. Here's Leonard after the basket by Washington. Here's Stauskas. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Stauskas has got his second basket of the game.
Well, Myers Leonard at that size can look over the top of the defense, so a good job of finding his teammates there.
They set the screen. Green kicks to Oubre. Gets it from three-point range. Oubre's got the lead up to 4 now for Washington.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Here's Leonard. Great D that time from Green.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Curry passes to Swanigan. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
A tight game here in Portland. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. It sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Nice ball movement by Washington. Satoransky against Turner. And Satoransky kicks to Rivers. 4 on the clock. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Wizards lead by 4. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. There's the pick. Over in the corner, Turner. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
I like the way Turner uses his body on the inside, not scared of that kind of contact, and throwing a bit of his weight around.
There's Green, plenty of space. Goes back up. And Mahinmi lays it up and in. Mahimi's got his first basket of the night.
And that is one thing he does very well. His intensity on the glass helps lead to these high percentage putbacks for his team.
Now a timeout called by Portland. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, "Sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader." Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Morris. Nurkic against Howard. Nurkic dishes to Turner. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Turner's got 4 this quarter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Lobbed up there for Howard. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Turner passes to Aminu, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Becoming more of a factor these days on the offensive end. Aminu, once the 8th overall player taken in a draft, getting to the line a little more often.
2.
The first one falls. And it's tied up with that one. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And Wall kicks to Porter. Pass to Howard. Back to Porter. Here's Beal. Beal with a screen for Morris. Portland grabs the miss. Aminu's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Harkless. Portland no good that time either.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Ball passes to Howard. Kicks to Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
Here's Lillard. 5 points in the game.
Well, few have more job security in the NBA than Terry Stotts. Consistently gets a ton out of his Portland Trailblazer team. They run a very intricate and unique offense. Now in his 7th year with the Blazers, they've had a lot of success under Coach Stotts.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Howard kicks to Beal. It's stolen by Aminu.
Yeah, they've handed their lead right over this quarter with the turnover.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
And with Terry Stotts last year, there were some rumblings about his job after the sweep.
Might have been a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. Remember, Portland slid into that 3rd seed with how close it was in the Western Conference. And that might have added a bit more pressure. But Portland does not have a lot of flexibility with their roster. Somehow Terry Stotts gets to 50 wins in any given year. So it might have been a poor decision. And they saw through that, and he's back for this season.
Yusuf Nurkic, a free agent this past summer. A lot of big men, Brent, on the market, and he flew under the radar.
Well, this team knows maybe how good Nurkic can be because they see him in practice all the time. They're just looking for a little bit more consistency in terms of the effort from him. The next few seasons of his development was really going to be a critical part of Nurkic's career.
Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
They set the screen. And Turner kicks to Harkless. Over Porter, the 10-footer. And it's off the back rim, no good. Wizards have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Offensive rebound. There's the pass to Wall. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Morris. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. And Nurkic gets it to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Washington trailing. Now here's Wall. 8 points for him. Screen by Howard. And Beal kicks to Morris. Over Turner. Morris, no good. Trailblazers have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Wednesday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Friday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And that game against the Clippers, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Turner. Two free throws for Aminu. Wizards trail by 4. Screen by Howard. Wall dishes to Beal. Outside Porter. Howard setting the pick for Porter. From deep, Wall sinks the three-pointer. Wall's got 11.
Well, at 6'11" and 265, that's a big guy out there setting some screens to open up some space.
Screen by Nurkic. Here's Lillard to the paint. And it's sent back by Howard. They recover it. Here's Harkless. Sinks the triple. He has 5.
There's just no excuse to leave someone that wide open. Communication breakdown.
Washington has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Now here's Wall. 11 points in the game. They get it back. Howard. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Howard's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, not easy trying to keep Howard off the offensive boards. He excels at using his muscles and his size to get great positioning.
Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Screen by Nurkic. Over Howard. Nurkic can't hit. Wizards shooting 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks. Beal can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Nurkic, one of those guys who you notice for many minutes of the game if he's engaged, and then you couldn't tell if he played 12 to 15 minutes if he's not active enough. So still looking to develop him both on offense and trying to make him a little bit more consistent on defense. The coaching staff has that task at hand, and Nurkic has a big hand in that.
Free throw good, Nurkic. And with Nurkic at times, he can look like a star, but it's not easy for him to sustain that.
Well, all centers need to find some time to get some consistency. Heck, any player does, Kevin. But when Nurkic is focused, there are some things out there that he does that are quite impactful for this Portland offense. It's so guard heavy that to have something on the interior takes a lot of weight off their all-star guards.
Well, in the summer of 2017, when Otto Porter signed that 4-year, $107 million contract with the Wizards, it was widely questioned. Well, it's been worth every penny thus far as he's become one of the best small forwards in the game.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
And that small forward position that Porter plays, maybe the most important position in the league. You think of LeBron James, you think of Greg KD.
Yeah, and Porter able to kind of hold his own on both ends. The Wizards' most impactful defensive player. He takes on those big-time players night in and night out.
And the first one drops.
But you got quicks, you got instincts, and you got aggression. Damian Lillard capable of taking over just about any time he wants.
And he makes both free throws.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
McCollum with the screen on Wall. Passes to Aminu. It's stolen by Wall. And now Beal pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. He gets it in there. And now just a 1-point Trailblazer lead.
No, right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And with Lillard and becoming a team leader, Greg, he's always been one to lead by example.
And when Lillard was the clear star of the team, players started to look at him as a mentor, or realize the kind of effect he can have on his teammates. And that led him to opening up, inviting them to dinner and hanging out. Wasn't something he took to immediately, but he has shown he could not only be a franchise talent on the court, but off the court as well.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. He just can't buy a bucket right now.
They get the rebound. That's tipped.
A great shot blocker from the combo forward. Aminu's length helping him there.
Harkless the pass to Nurkic. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Nurkic has got 7 points for the quarter.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
And Wall kicks to Howard. They double team Howard. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Washington has possession. Inside, Beal, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Bradley Beal earning that first All-Star nod in 2018, a top 20 scorer. He can hurt you from just about anywhere on the court.
One is off. And Beal just turned 25. Have we seen his best, or do you think he can take his game to even another level?
I think the key is going to be him staying healthy. Injuries have kind of plagued him early in his career. With health, he'll be able to refine his game and fortify his defense and expand that offensive repertoire.
He hits the second from the line. Portland leading. Now Curry. He's coming off a 10-point game against San Antonio. McCollum dishes to Aminu. Here's the screen. Leonard sets a screen for Aminu. Back to McCollum. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep all broken down for the Blazers.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low.
Washington's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. In the 3rd spot, Dwight Howard.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Free throw, good. Oubre. Swanigan, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Then for the Wizards, Mahimi comes in for Dwight Howard. And Satoransky subbed in for Bradley Beal. That one drops. He ties it up. The Trailblazers shooting very well, 56% from the floor here in the 2nd quarter. There's the screen. Here's Curry. Here's Swanigan. The dish to Curry. Entered on the wing. Over Green. Here's Curry. And Stauskas has it in the corner. And another shot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one. Washington trailing. Here's Rivers. Here's Mahimi. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
A moment here to see some numbers for Rivers. Some last season stats for him. Averaged 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. The Trailblazers shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Rivers against Curry. Leonard kicks to Stauskas. Down low, and he throws it down hard with one hand. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
On the wing, Green. Pass to Mahimi. Green against Leonard, and Jeff Green the bucket on the assist from Mahimi. 14 points for Jeff Green.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Leonard on the wing, over Mahimi. Leonard, no luck. first one falls. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Portland trailing here.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions.
Curry's shot is off. Washington's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Rivers, and another miss by Washington. Here's McCollum. Stauskas inside the line. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Mahinmi, and it's Mahinmi finishing it off.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
And McCollum puts up a deep three. No good on that last second attempt there. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Wizards lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete. You know, keep competing, trust each other, make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. Jeff Green has been the story in this one. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
So far, I love their commitment on the glass. Even when they were playing well, their rebounding remained a priority. And so far, the other side hasn't matched their efforts.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
I think they're playing defense with their hands instead of their feet. Too many times they've been caught reaching and they paid the price. These guys giving up way too many free throws. They need to stop sending guys to the line. Come on.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
High above downtown Portland, you get the great idea of the beauty of the city, folks. Welcome back, everyone, to the Pacific Northwest. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. One guy who's getting it done is Jeff Green.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
And for Portland, they're shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Nurkic is out there with Aminu, and it's Harkless in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. The shot by Lillard, wide open. The three-pointer, no good. There's Beal with the 3, and basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
And the basket by McCollum.
Lots of ways that CJ can burn you right there. Super effective on the inside.
And Wall kicks to Porter. He dishes it to Mahinmi. Harkless with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 3 assists tonight.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
And Portland has possession after the basket by Washington. And Aminu kicks to McCollum. Back to Aminu. That one, no good. Great D that time from Beal. Wall passes to Porter. Over Harkless. Almost, but it rolls out. Trailblazers trail by 3. Well, you look at some of the analytics, and the best-rated player on the Wizards might surprise you. None other than one Otto Porter Jr.
And he's really become an impact player at both ends of the floor. One of the glue guys on this squad. He just impacts the game in so many ways, and sometimes it escapes unnoticed.
Beal's shot is good.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
McCollum with the screen on Wall. Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. Over in the corner, Harkless. Dishes it to Nurkic. Pass to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Over Wall. That one misses. And it's Washington the other way. There's the feed to Beal. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. Here is Howard. Outside for Beal. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. And now a 7-point Washington lead.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game.
Here's Beal and McCollum with the block. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Wizards leading by 7. And Beal kicks to Wall. Outside Porter. He's looking for Howard and finds him.
And Howard once averaged almost 23 points a game. Now he's much more of a complimentary scorer.
Lillard outside. Now the pass to McCollum. Nurkic a screen on Beal. McCollum passes to Harkless. Over Porter. Portland no good that time either. Here's Washington. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Goes back up. Howard can't hit. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got his 8th rebound here tonight. The 19-foot shot, and the shot is long. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Washington leading now by 6. And Wall kicks to Porter. Pass to Howard. And here is Morris. Over Aminu. And again, Washington no good.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
And Nurkic gets it to go.
Well, the defense did a fine job there. Just not good enough. Nurkic, too skilled.
Wall passes to Howard. Morris a screen. And it's slammed in by Howard.
I swear Dwight Howard plays with a watch on. His timing is tremendous on those alley-oops.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hat. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 10. Here's Harkless. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Yeah, there's really no defense for that one. Turnaround jumper, on time, on target.
Morris a screen. Beal with it. Now defended by McCollum. Porter, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 4. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And there's the call on Howard. And that'll be his third foul so far. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Shot from the inbound. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Wall wide open. And that one's on target from the wing. Wall's got 15. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Lillard the pass to Turner. He kicks it to Nurkic. Back to Turner. 5 on the clock. Portland no good that time either. Washington leading now by 6. Outside, Wall. Back to Beal. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got 6 assists in the game.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
Now, here's Lillard. 10 points for him. Good.
I love the quick decision making from Turner there. Deadly at sinking the catch and shoot jumper.
Wall against Lillard. Outside, Porter. Right side, Wall. The kick out to Porter. Over Harkless. Porter, no luck.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Now here's Lillard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The shot by Harkless no good.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
Howard setting the pick for Porter. Howard with the screen on Lillard. Lobbed up there for Howard. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
This is where Dwight Howard shows his mobility off the pick and roll and getting there with a purpose.
Wall against Lillard. Kicks it to Turner. Shoots over Beal. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Turner.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
And here is Howard. 8 points for him. Morris a screen. And Porter, here we go. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Swanigan, he's checked in for Nurkic. Leonard comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Harkless. And it's Seth Curry in for Lillard. And then for Washington, Green comes in for Morris. And it's Rivers in for Bradley Beal. Here's Turner. He's got 10. There's a good screen. Outside Curry. Back to Turner. Shot clock at 5. Puts it up from 17. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Curry.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And Wall kicks to Porter. Here's Howard. It's deflected. Right side, Leonard. Rebound by Jeff Green.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Washington making some changes. Oubre's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky's subbed in for John Wall. Wizards leading by 7. Rivers kicks to Satoransky. Green the screen. Satoransky the pass to Green. home. And it's Portland with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And I feel they were the superior team, but they didn't take advantage of their opportunities and just could not close that game out.
Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Thursday, they'll begin a long road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And for that matchup against the Rockets, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
And Washington making a change here. Mahimi's checked in. Both free throws good from Green.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
Trailblazers trail by 9. There's a screen. Over in the corner, Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
That's impressive for Turner to get up off of the deck so quickly there. Nice vertical shown on that dunk. Evan Turner, the former #2 pick out of Ohio State, is a very good ball handler, and he plays kind of in that mid-range game to look for space, not only to score, but to set up teammates. And I think coaching staff loves to have him play that point forward position to dictate some of the offense and take the load off the guards.
Satoransky against Turner. Sweet little floater. Satoransky's got the lead up to 9 now for Washington. And with Turner, he is underachieved, Brent, as far as where he was taken in the draft, but he offers a lot of unique skills to a team.
But the biggest drawback is Evan Turner at his size. You'd want him to shoot the three-point ball with a little bit more consistency. So I know he plays in the box a bit, and he likes to play in the mid-range game, but there are some things offensively I think that he can do to take advantage of some mismatches and put some points on the board.
Now here's Turner. Kelly Oubre unable to get his last shot to go.
And they continue to control the glass.
Rivers gets a wide open look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Curry on the wing. Satoransky covering. Washington leading now by 9. There's 37 seconds left in the third. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, he does not lack for confidence, does Austin Rivers. He plays with a huge chip on his shoulder.
And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with his development as a long-range shooter. It's gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one.
Austin Rivers, the 10th overall pick in 2010. Things didn't work out in New Orleans and found a home in LA with the Clippers, playing for his father, and now a member of the Washington Wizards as somebody who can come in and give him some backup scoring potential.
And he sinks the second. Trailblazers trail by 10. Leonard with a screen on Satoransky. Curry against Rivers for 3. Stauskas. The rebound by Jeff Green. Washington's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Swanigan's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for the Washington Wizards. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We'll return shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Wizards leading by 10. So on the floor for Washington. Green is out there with Mahinmi. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. And it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. And that one misses. And for Portland, they're shooting straight 49% from the field. Stauskas, count it.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
And Satoransky kicks to Green. Pass to Rivers. Beyond the arc. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, the deep ball accuracy is much more consistent now from Austin Rivers, learning how to be an effective shooter at this level.
There's a screen. Here's McCollum. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Free throw good. McCollum. That one is no good. Wizards leading by 12. Oubre, no one around him. Offensive rebound. And that one, good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Stauskas, covered by Oubre. And a wide open look for McCollum. Hands it from downtown. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
And no one's slowing him down tonight. McCollum just too focused with this matchup.
Curry against Rivers. Mahinmi, a screen on Leonard. Green inside, shoots over Leonard. Another one falls for Washington.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
Here's McCollum. Pass to Swanigan. First free throw is good. Markieff Morris is checked in for Washington. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Rivers. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. The dish to Morris. Offline with his three. Trailblazers trail by 11. Inside. Swanigan the pass to Curry. Here's Swanigan over Mahinmi. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contested. That's a wide open shot. Sadly, he came up short.
Here's Satoransky, and he drops it in from the low post. Satoransky's got 4 points in the quarter. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. McCollum against Satoransky. Feeds it to Stauskas. Over Oubre. Portland no good that time either. Washington leading now by 13. Here's Satoransky. Here's Morris. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's the kind of guy who does things that breaks the backs of their opponents because they're about wanting it more than the other guy you're up against.
And it's good for 2.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. And it's 6 points for Markieff Morris.
Yeah, you can't allow those kind of looks. That's the type of defense played by a team staring at a double-digit deficit.
Stauskas dishes to Curry. Here's Leonard. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Becoming dominant in the catch and shoot, Leonard has really polished up the mechanics on that jump shot.
Rivers with it. The pass to Morris. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Brent, they're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition, but I do like the attentiveness of the players over the past couple years talking about how it is they want to approach the game. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall, it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
Trailblazers trail by 15. Screen by Nurkic. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Morris. There's the three. They get it back. Howard kicks to Morris. With the tip. And Howard with the second chance points. And the Wizards lead by 17.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And the basket by McCollum.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Passes it to Howard. Rivers a screen on Nurkic. Back to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And Howard has great timing on these alley-oops. As long as the pass is spot on, he's clear for takeoff.
Curry kicks to Harkless. Pass to Aminu. Here's the three. The putback. Washington with the rebound. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. And then for Washington, Porter's checked in for Kelly Oubre. Beal comes in for Satoransky. And John Wall subbed in for Austin Rivers. Now here's Howard. And stolen by Lillard. Here's Nurkic. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Great concentration on display from Nurkic to get the foul and still come away with the made field goal.
Free throw good. Nurkic.
Well, Damian Lillard, a star in this league for several years now. Whether that's recognized by an all-star appearance or not, it doesn't matter. He has been elite at the point guard position. Just a dynamic scorer and one of the more lethal players in the NBA, hoping to push Portland further and further at some point in his career.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Well, that's where he is just a force. Such a great internal clock in terms of his timing to go up and block those shots, Kevin.
Here's Beal. That shot off. Good D by McCollum. And with Lillard, he often can be forgotten about just because there are so many great guards in the NBA, Brent, in particular in the West.
Well, let's face it, he just missed out on a couple of seasons of representing the Portland Trailblazers as a guard in the Western Conference because of the loaded Western Conference and how good the guards are. But regardless, there's no denying that Lillard is right up there as one of the elites in the league.
Wall, no luck.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play. Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
And it's Beal in the corner. Hits the three-point bomb. Beal's got 16 points here in the second half.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
McCollum lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Well, this is where that sweet handle of McCollum's comes into play. When he goes on the dribble drive, very few defenders can get in good position to slow him down.
Now here's Wall. He's looking for Howard and finds him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Beal against McCollum. And it's Aminu in the corner. Lillard from outside. Rebounded by the Wizards. Howard's got 15 rebounds here tonight. To the inside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Dwight Howard this past offseason on the move, Greg, once again.
And Howard traded from Charlotte to Brooklyn soon after bought out by Brooklyn, making him a free agent. He's hopped from team to team over the last few years, and you wonder if he'll find a place to finish out his career.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for John Wall. Well, Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shack targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact your team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being a prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we've seen too is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So interesting thought processes from both ends, but mostly go shoot some free throws, guys.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
Here is Porter following the score by Damian Lillard. Over Harkless. Here's Howard. He kicks it to Morris. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Trailblazers trail by 21. Lillard, the pass to McCollum for 3. The shot, no good. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Pass to Porter. Now here is Morris. Howard with a screen on Aminu. Got a piece of it. 6 to shoot. Here's Porter. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Damian Lillard. And Markieff Morris out of Kansas, a spread 4, as they say.
And able to stripe it from anywhere on the floor. A good secondary scorer who can also create his own shot on the block at times.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. One team owner proposed that we should abolish the draft and have free agency for rookies, maybe giving lesser teams a bigger pool of money to spend. Just some of the ideas that these teams are in the league is throwing out there.
Well, that's an interesting idea. The one that I heard about last summer was in Houston trying to flip-flop free agency and the draft so that all of a sudden what you could do is draft players after it is that you've made all your free agent acquisitions, so you could draft positionally. You know you're set up for your team next year. And the more I've thought about that, Kevin, coming into the season, the more I like it. So we'll see what kind of traction that gets.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Dwight Howard.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. Here's Wall, following the score by Damian Lillard. And Wall kicks to Howard. And Satoransky wide open. He fires. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
Just like to see the defense get more aggressive. They are asking for trouble as they're giving up open looks to this point.
Satoransky against McCollum. Wall with the steal. He dishes it to Howard. Morris against Aminu. Morris passes to Satoransky. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Howard with a screen on Lillard. And here's Wall outside. Washington gets it back. And a new 24. Howard setting the pick for Wall. In the corner, it's Morris. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Porter, and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Wizards.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Howard.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Lillard.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Wall against Lillard. Outside, Wall. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. John, this team goes as you and Bradley go. What is it like having them with you out there?
Well, we just enjoy playing with each other. He makes things easy for me, pushing the ball in the fast breaks and having the opportunity to find him, and also getting open shots for myself. And he's helped me want to be consistent with my jump shot and making shots and trusting my energy and stuff.
You guys are growing together, John. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.